All right, I think we're live. Looks like I'm not having a great connection though, so we'll see how this goes. So this is the first actual watch. I think the first lot was a table clock or something like that. Let me jump into the catalog here. And let's see. Yes, it was an alarm table clock. So now we have an FP Journe Vagabond, I believe. Elegante, excuse me. And it's doing well. It's over the high estimate, I think, right now. Um, this is a really nice watch. You know, I guess a shorthand would be to describe it as the as the quartz offering from um, FP Journe. Tortue or turtle shape, excuse me. And we see this actually this it's up to 40 now, so it's 25% over the high estimate. We see this mechanism actually rolling out across a couple of different brands now, but essentially, and you know, I guess people are kind of familiar with this now. But the way it works is, I guess, if you set the watch down and it doesn't move for a little while, you end up the watch ends up kind of shutting down, I guess it keeps track of elapsed time since it shut down, and then when you pick it up, the hands reset to the current time. You know, arguably kind of gimmicky, but looks like Paul Boutros from New York is in on the calls. I don't know if he's actually there in Geneva. It looks like he might be. In any event, so current bid is at 45,000. We're about 50% over the high estimate. Still some interest in this. I guess looks like it's a couple phone bidders that are sort of battling it out, which is again kind of typically what you need in order to see some kind of impressive quote unquote result for a lot. So let's see what we have going here. I am getting some kind of error from YouTube, and for that I apologize. I'm not exactly sure where it's coming from. I may need to restart the stream. No, I think I might be doing okay. I don't know. We'll see. It is coming across as a quote unquote poor stream status. So. Wow, this is doing actually very well compared to sort of what I expected. Yeah, I may need to. Yeah, it's kind of odd. The fact that YouTube's having some trouble with my feed, but in any event, I guess the gavel is up. Let's take a quick look here, and it sold for 90,000. Wow, that's a strong result. Okay, so now we're on a Debatoon. Looks like an early example. Let's see, dating from 2010. Oh, I'm sorry, that's the wrong lot. Dating from 2011. Very nice watch. In some ways, a little understated compared to what we sometimes see from Debatoon now with the so-called Star Trek bridges. Brisk bidding on this one. Looks like we're up to 45,000 francs. And the high estimate on this was actually 40. So again, the phones, it looks like the phones are very, very active this morning. Yesterday it was in-room bidders that were a bit stronger, but this is pretty impressive so far, what we're seeing. The MBNF work that's coming up is actually a lot to keep an eye on. Kind of a rare collaboration in a lot of different ways. Okay, so this did pretty well. Manual wind, fairly straightforward. Debitoon, it's had fortunes that have kind of, I don't know if wobbling is the right word. Looks like an in-room bidder won that one. The Debitoon went for about, I think it looked like 50% above the high estimate. Here's the MBNF Erwer collab. Let's jump into that. Made out of zirconium, the so-called nitro, made in 2012, so about 10 years ago now, which is a little bit hard to believe given that both brands are, somewhat new in the scene. We are actually right now in the, I think what they're referring to as the Independence Salon part of things. So this is really going gangbusters. Bidding is at 75,000, almost twice the high estimate. So far, we are looking at Independence, and they have been very, very popular recently. So it might be the case that, right now it's looking like the Independents are doing a bit better than the sort of results out of the Royal Oak 50th, although those were very strong too. So, better is, still in territory where bidding was pretty robust and interest was pretty high across both auctions. Okay, so they're at 110,000 for this one. This is almost triple the high estimate. So the Nitro is doing very, very well. And hats off to Urwerk and Max Buser, MBNF. And congratulations on this collab. I'm trying to look. This may be unique to... No, they made 12 of them, I guess. Yeah. 12 in zirconium and 12 in black zirconium. So obviously, very limited, low availability. 130,000 on the Nitro, so triple. I did not get a chance to see this one in the metal when I visited previews, but I had heard that this would be very popular, and it went for 130, I guess. Okay, now we're looking at the clings. Let me jump into that in the catalog. Christian Klings is getting a fair bit of recent sort of inclusion among some of the more prominent watchmakers, independent watchmakers, obviously, since this is following up from a MBNF. So bidding on this very brisk again, 90,000. The high is 100. Klings in New York in December did very, very well too. It ranked right up there among the tops, and I really like the fact that this is happening with Klings. Kind of a clearly very well skilled watchmaker. I believe his atelier may be winding down, but great watches, and nice to see they're getting a positive reception. So we have Vacheron coming up next, so I guess we're maybe segueing out of the so-called independence with the next lot. I believe there's more independents lined up in the near future. So this is 50% over high, bidding at 150,000. Um, phone bidders, it looks like, are the ones that are battling it out. So this one has a nice power reserve with a sort of shell guilloche detail there, and a moon phase with subsidiary seconds per gay hands. Just very classic in a lot of different ways. Almost twice over the high estimate now, so a lot of love for this one. Let me go back to the text on it. Okay. Author shield, a shield movement in this one, probably with some finishing done by Klings himself. Very, very large balance wheel. See if I can kind of zoom in on some of those details. Yeah, you can see the kind of customization CK1 there. But very nice details on the movement. Just again, classic watchmaking. And it looks like the hammer's gonna drop on this one. Another bidder maybe jumped in. Nope. Alright, hammered it twice over at 200,000 francs. Very good result for the Klings. Okay, so now we have a Vacheron Chronographie Historique. Reference 47101 in yellow gold. So chronograph here, as I just mentioned, high estimate seems low on this, but high estimate of 20,000. They're already at the low, 36 millimeters, so nice size. Classic dial with a tachymeter. I believe tachymeter on the. Let me zoom in on this on the dial. Yeah, I just want to make sure it wasn't a pulsometer, but I believe that's a tachymeter. So they're up to 20. They're at the high. This dates from 1997. Another sort of classic design. You can see the movement details here. It looks like not a column. Oh no, it is a column wheel movement. Which, in terms of the haptics of the mechanism, a lot of owners prefer the column wheel, maybe a little bit more of a crisp action. So now this looks like this is 6 over the high. These were produced in a limited run, 25 in platinum, also made in yellow gold. 25 in platinum for the Taiwanese market with a black dial. So let's see how this one lands. It's about 50% over the high estimate. Doing well. Now we're seeing results that are fairly consistent with what happened yesterday at the Royal Oak 50th. Again, very strong sales. Honestly, maybe starting to approach the twice over high that we